Ryadovoy. Ryadovoy was the lowest rank in the Red Army, the entry point for every new conscript or volunteer. Soldiers of this rank had no command authority and formed the bulk of rifle squads, artillery crews and support units. Their duties included following orders, maintaining weapons, constructing fieldworks and serving in front-line combat roles. Promotion usually came through steady service, discipline, or demonstrated reliability under fire. After 1943, the Ryadovoy's shoulder board was plain, with no stripes or stars, but always carried the Golden Star emblem at the top, a universal symbol present on all Soviet shoulder boards. Efreitor. Efreitor was the first promotion above Ryadovoy, comparable to a lance corporal. Soldiers at this rank did not command large units, but were often trusted with minor leadership, such as supervising small tasks or assisting sergeants in training new recruits. Promotion came from demonstrated reliability, discipline, or completion of basic courses. Efreitors were expected to set an example in their squads, bridging the step between privates and junior sergeants. After 1943, their shoulder board, in addition to the Golden Star emblem at the top, carried a single, narrow horizontal stripe to mark the rank distinction. Mladshy Serzhant. Mladshy Serzhant, also known as Junior Sergeant, was the first non-commissioned officer rank in the Red Army. Holders of this rank usually commanded a small squad of 6 to 12 men, making them the first step into leadership. Their responsibilities included maintaining discipline, directing basic maneuvers, and ensuring that orders from higher command were carried out. Promotion came from proven performance as an Efreitor, strong reliability, or battlefield recognition. Junior sergeants were the essential link between enlisted men and higher NCOs. After 1943, their shoulder board, along with the Golden Star emblem at the top, carried two narrow horizontal stripes identifying the rank. Serzhant. Serzhant, or sergeant, ranked above junior sergeant and commanded a full squad, typically 9 to 14 men. They were responsible for leading their unit in combat, ensuring training standards and maintaining weapons and equipment readiness. Sergeants also acted as the direct assistants to platoon commanders, making them vital to the efficiency of infantry and support units. Promotion usually came from demonstrated leadership as a junior sergeant or exceptional battlefield service. After 1943, the Serzhant's shoulder board carried 3 narrow horizontal stripes beneath the universal Golden Star at the top, clearly marking their authority as the standard squad leader of the Red Army. Starshy Serzhant. Starshy Serzhant, or senior sergeant, stood above sergeant and often commanded larger squads or acted as deputy platoon leaders. Their duties included overseeing multiple fire teams, ensuring discipline, and coordinating the work of junior sergeants and sergeants under their direction. Promotion required consistent service, demonstrated leadership, and reliability in both combat and training. Senior sergeants were crucial for maintaining order and transmitting instructions between officers and the rank and file. After 1943, their shoulder board displayed one wide horizontal stripe beneath the Golden Star at the top, distinguishing them as the most senior of the standard sergeant ranks in the Red Army. Starshina. Starshina was the highest non-commissioned officer rank in the Red Army. Within a company, they acted as senior enlisted leaders, directly assisting the commander. Their responsibilities included managing supplies, supervising daily discipline, and coordinating the work of sergeants and squads. Starshinas were respected figures who maintained the company's organisation and ensured readiness for combat. Promotion came through long service, proven reliability, and exceptional leadership in both field and administrative duties. After 1943, their shoulder board carried one wide horizontal stripe with an added vertical bar beneath the Golden Star at the top, marking their authority as company-level non-commissioned officers. Mladshy Leytenant. Mladshy Leytenant, the equivalent of a junior lieutenant, was the first commissioned officer rank in the Red Army. Officers of this rank usually commanded a platoon of 20 to 45 soldiers, assisted by a platoon sergeant for training and discipline. Their duties included issuing combat orders, directing manoeuvres, and ensuring their platoon was ready for operations. Promotion came through military academies, wartime officer training courses, or battlefield commissions for experienced NCOs. After 1943, their shoulder board featured a single silver star placed on the central vertical stripe, with the universal golden star emblem positioned at the top of the board. Lieutenant. Lieutenant, the equivalent of a lieutenant, ranked above Mladshy Leytenant, and was a standard junior officer rank in the Red Army. Lieutenants typically commanded platoons or acted as deputies within company-level units, responsible for 30 to 50 soldiers. Their duties included leading field manoeuvres, supervising training, and carrying out the company commander's tactical orders. Promotion came after service as a junior lieutenant, graduation from academies, or recognition of battlefield leadership. After 1943, their shoulder board featured the central stripe with 2 silver stars, together with the universal golden star emblem at the top of the board. Starshy Leytenant. Starshy Leytenant, the equivalent of a senior lieutenant, ranked above lieutenant and served as an experienced junior officer in the Red Army. Officers of this rank typically commanded larger platoons or acted as deputies at company level, often stepping in to lead when the company commander was absent. Their duties included directing training, supervising discipline, and ensuring combat readiness across multiple squads. Promotion came from service as a lieutenant or from outstanding performance in wartime conditions. After 1943, their shoulder board featured the central stripe with 3 silver stars, along with the golden star emblem at the top. Kapitan. Kapitan, the equivalent of a captain, was a key company-level officer rank in the Red Army. Captains typically commanded a company of around 100 to 150 soldiers, supported by several platoon commanders and a Starshina as senior NCO. Their responsibilities included organizing company-level tactics, managing logistics, and maintaining discipline across all subordinate units. Promotion came through proven service as a senior lieutenant, graduation from advanced officer training, or recognition for successful battlefield leadership. After 1943, their shoulder board featured the central stripe with 4 silver stars, together with the golden star emblem positioned at the top of the board. Major. Major, the equivalent of a major, was the first of the field officer ranks in the Red Army. Officers of this rank typically commanded a battalion, a formation of 300 to 600 soldiers, or served as deputies at regimental level. Their duties included planning operations for multiple companies, coordinating artillery and supply support, and ensuring tactical orders from regimental commanders were executed. Promotion usually came from proven service as a captain, often following years of experience or successful combat leadership. After 1943, their shoulder board featured 2 vertical stripes and 1 large silver star, together with the golden star emblem at the top. Podpolkovnik. Podpolkovnik, the equivalent of a lieutenant colonel, ranked above major and was a senior field officer in the Red Army. Officers of this rank usually commanded a battalion group or served as deputies at regimental and divisional level. Their duties included directing operations across several battalions, supervising training, and coordinating artillery and supply elements to support larger formations. Promotion came from service as a major, often through long experience or exceptional battlefield leadership. After 1943, their shoulder board carried 2 vertical stripes with 2 large silver stars, along with the universal golden star emblem positioned at the top. Polkovnik. Polkovnik, or colonel, was the senior field officer rank in the Red Army during the Second World War. It stood above Lieutenant Colonel and below Major General, often marking the highest rank reached by officers in charge of regiments and in some cases entire brigades. Colonels were responsible for commanding thousands of soldiers, supervising operations across multiple battalions, and ensuring that doctrine, logistics, and combat readiness were applied at a large unit level. They formed the crucial bridge between frontline field commands and higher staff headquarters. The shoulder board for a colonel consists of 2 vertical red stripes. At the top sat the universal Golden Star emblem. Below it were 3 silver stars, evenly arranged across the board. This clear 3-star insignia distinguished the colonel from the lieutenant colonel, who displayed only 2. As the final step before entering the general officer ranks, colonels held immense responsibility in maintaining the Red Army's vast wartime formations. General Major, the equivalent of a Major General, was the first general officer rank in the Red Army. Officers at this level usually commanded a division of 10,000 to 15,000 men, or served as deputies at corps-level headquarters. Their duties included coordinating regimental commanders, directing artillery fire, and ensuring supply lines for large-scale operations. Promotion came from proven success as a colonel in frontline command. After 1943, their shoulder board was gold in colour, with 1 large silver star at the centre, along with the universal Golden Star emblem at the top, marking them as general officers. General Leytenant. General Leytenant, or Lieutenant General, was the next step above Major General. Officers of this rank typically commanded entire corps formations, often consisting of multiple divisions, or served as deputy commanders of armies. Their responsibilities extended beyond direct battlefield command, to include planning large operational manoeuvres, coordinating logistics on a wider scale, and overseeing the performance of subordinate generals. After 1943, their shoulder board was gold in colour, with 2 large silver stars arranged vertically, accompanied by the universal Golden Star emblem at the top. This insignia clearly distinguished them as senior general officers. General Polkovnik or Colonel General was one of the most senior wartime ranks in the Red Army, sitting just below General of the Army. Officers with this title typically commanded entire fronts, vast formations made up of several armies, or occupied critical staff positions within the Soviet High Command. They played decisive roles in coordinating multi-front offensives and ensuring unity across massive operations. After 1943, their shoulder board was gold in colour, with 3 large silver stars arranged vertically, along with the universal Golden Star emblem at the top. This design reflected their elevated authority within the Red Army's hierarchy. General Armii. General Armii, or General of the Army, was the second highest rank of the Soviet wartime hierarchy, directly beneath the Marshals of the Soviet Union. Officers of this rank commanded the largest formations of the Red Army, coordinating multiple fronts and shaping the direction of the war at its highest operational levels. After 1943, their shoulder board was gold in colour, with 4 large silver stars arranged vertically, accompanied by the universal Golden Star emblem at the top. This striking insignia symbolised the immense scope of responsibility carried by those who held the rank of General of the Army, Marshals of the Army units. In 1943, the Red Army created Marshal ranks for its main specialised branches: artillery, aviation, armoured troops, engineer troops, and signal troops. These commanders were responsible for the overall strategy, coordination, and modernisation of their fields across the entire Soviet war effort. Their shoulder boards were gold in colour, with a large silver star in the centre and the universal Golden Star emblem at the top. What made each distinct was the branch emblem displayed on the board: crossed cannons for artillery, wings for aviation, a tank for armoured troops, lightning bolts for signals, and axes for engineers. Chief Marshals of Army units, Glavny Marshal Roda Vojsk, or Chief Marshal of the branch, was introduced in 1943 and stood above the Marshals of Artillery, Aviation, Armoured Troops, Signal Troops, and Engineer Troops. It represented the highest possible authority within each specialised branch, outranking all subordinate marshals. The role carried responsibility for shaping doctrine, supervising strategic planning, directing weapons development, and overseeing training and combat operations across the Red Army in that branch. Appointment to this rank was extremely rare and reserved only for commanders of exceptional importance. The shoulder board was gold in colour, bordered in branch piping, with the universal golden star emblem at the top. Below it sat one large silver star enclosed within a silver laurel wreath, a design unique to the Chief Marshal, and marking the position as senior to all marshals of branches. Each board also carried the specific emblem of the branch, crossed cannons for artillery, wings for aviation, a tank for armoured troops, lightning bolts for signals, and axes for engineers. This rank was the pinnacle of authority within each field, positioned directly beneath the Marshal of the Soviet Union in the hierarchy. Marshal of Soviet Union. Marshal Sovetskogo Soyuza, or Marshal of the Soviet Union, was the supreme military rank of the Red Army during World War II, established in 1935. It stood above all generals, marshals of branches and chief marshals, representing the highest level of command authority. The shoulder board for this rank was gold in colour, framed with a thin red border. At the very top sat the universal golden star emblem. Below it was a large silver star placed centrally on the golden background, much larger than the stars used for general officers. Just above the silver star, the board carried a round emblem in full colour, featuring the Soviet state symbol. This combination, the coloured emblem, the oversized silver star, and the golden field, made the Marshal's board instantly recognisable as the mark of the most senior military leaders in the USSR. Generalissimus. Generalissimus Sovetskogo Soyuza, or Generalissimus of the Soviet Union, was a special rank created in 1945 for Joseph Stalin. It was placed above even the Marshal of the Soviet Union, symbolizing an extraordinary, almost supreme commander-in-chief position. The shoulder board for this rank was unlike any other in the Red Army. It was fully gold in colour, far more elaborate than the Marshal boards. At the top sat the universal golden star emblem. Beneath it, a large golden Soviet state emblem was displayed in full colour, marking the political nature of this ultimate authority. The most distinctive feature was the enormous golden star centred on the lower half of the board, paired with wide golden fringe that draped from its edges. This design emphasised that the Generalissimus was beyond the military hierarchy, elevated above every other rank. This rank existed only for Stalin and was never formally granted to anyone else, making it the rarest and most symbolic shoulder board in Soviet military history.